Good evening, dear children. Welcome back to physics class. In the previous session, we had introduced force, its definition, the pull or push actions of different situations, and explored forces. Today, let us learn the effects of force, or a force can change the state of motion. Now let us assume that a ball is at rest on a ground. To move the ball, let us apply the force towards right. What happens when force is applied? The ball moves in the direction of the force applied. Initially, it was at rest and now it is moving. What do we understand from this? A force can make an object at rest to move, or it set objects into motion. Now, what happens when force is applied on an moving object? It, did you observe the speed of the ball increases in the same direction where the force is applied? Both the force and the motion is in the same direction. When force is applied in the same direction of the motion of an object, the speed of the object increases. It's clear that when force is applied in the same direction of the motion of an object, the speed of the ball or an object increases. Can we decrease the speed of the object? Yes, when we apply the force in the opposite direction of the motion of an object, the speed decreases, and one more thing we can notice here, the direction of the object also changes. Hence, in the second situation, when force is applied in the opposite direction of the motion of an object, two effects are seen here. One, the direction of the motion of the ball changes. The other one is it reduces the speed of the ball. Let me recollect the effects of the force in the two cases. So when we apply the force in the direction of the motion of an object, the speed of the object increases. In the same way, in second case, when force is applied in the opposite direction of the motion of an object, the speed of an object decreases and it changes the direction of the motion. As we all know, the effects of force are it moves the object from its rest position, or it may increase the speed of the moving object or decrease the speed of the moving object or changes the direction of the motion of an object. Is there any other effect of force? Yes. Now take a sponge ball and press it with your hands. We can see the change in its shape. Now release your hands. The sponge ball regains its original shape. As we release, it regains its original shape. Why is it so? Because when force was applied, the object changes its shape, and this change is temporary. Now you take a dough andre chapati hittu. When force is applied on the dough, it obtains a new shape. But when force is released, it does not take its original shape. This change is permanent change. If we have to get the original shape of the dough, we have to apply an external force. Hence, When force is applied on an object, there may be a temporary or permanent change in the shape of an object. If there is changes in an object, if there is change in the shape of the object, then it must experiences some forces. Now let us witness some real life examples which can bring a permanent or temporary changes on an object. When you sit on a bean bag, it changes its shape temporarily. When you press a toothpaste, there is a permanent change. When you stretch the elastic rubber band, there is temporary change. Why there are temporary changes in some of the materials, and what do we call those materials as? The materials which regain their shape when the forces are removed are called as elastic material. The other effect of force is it can change the shape of an object. Let us recall the points. A force may make the object move, or it may increase or decrease the speed of an object, or it may change the direction of an object, or it may change the shape of an object. We use here may because it is not compulsory that when force is applied, a body has to move. If a man applies the force on an heavy object and if object does not move, then there is no motion. So, we stress the word may. When force is applied, it may bring all these changes. Thus, without an action of force, an object cannot move by itself or cannot change its speed by itself, cannot change its direction by itself, or cannot change its shape by itself. Here is an activity displayed, children. Read the situation and fill in the columns accordingly. I hope you could understand the lesson. Have a nice day. Thank you, children.